What's up YouTube, Carton221 here, and welcome to Company of Heroes 2. This is a new map. I've actually came out with the game, or I haven't done this map very much. It's called the Minsk Pocket. I love it because there's a bunch of choke points on this map. As you can see, we got victory points on our far side on the mini map here, their far side in the center, along with 2 fuel caches and munitions. And so I'm doing my usual German. Oh, whoops. Sorry, we're the Russians. This is the first time I've actually played on this map, and I think it's kind of interesting. Anyway, with the Russians, you know, you see the Germans, they automatically start off with, building that, barracks. Let's just double check what it's called. I think it's a infantry company, yeah, pretty much a barracks. So the Russians, I would not suggest, pretty much building a building. I'd suggest getting out. You want about 3 conscript units, and then you want to build a support company for the Russians. Anyway, I like to use my engineers in the beginning stages to capture territory. I don't like to just leave them at my base. So I'll generally have the conscripts run in and capture territory that will be more contested, like around this area, and have the the engineers kind of retreat back. So if we do run into enemies, it will be with my conscripts and not with my engineers. You can see what I'm doing there, just bypassing that. Now on this map, I was talking to Fry Force. Pretty much, I was going to take this side, and he would take the center, and we wouldn't really worry about the left side, because that's what we thought this map was going to be played. We also we played a little bit differently, and I understand the map is kind of like, not parallel, but it's kind of like half of itself on each other. So I understand this is kind of like the Soviet or whatever side, but I thought they would actually attack this. I was able to construct some sandbag fighting positions while capturing, which is pretty cool. So I'll give us some heavy cover. I'm afraid of a German MG or something up here. It's kind of cool they have blitz trucks here. So as you can see, the Germans are going to go heavy MG start. Asno Quarter, I think, has 2 MGs already. Now so they're double teaming Fry in the middle. Meanwhile, they're using engineers to capture. I'm sorry, pioneers. They don't like to be called engineers. Using pioneers to capture various territories. So we're winning right now with the victory points because we do hold the center. But all Fry's really got in the center is some conscripts. This map is great for mortars and MGs. If you can hold in another match, I'll show you guys probably pretty shortly. I want to crank out more of these matches, especially the 2 vs 2s. I like the 2 vs 2s a little better than the 3v3s. But on this map, if you can get an MG behind this log here and an MG over here, you can pretty much have a crossfire and cover the routes. So my guys on the other side of the fighting bag position, we're ready to defend this area from any Nazis. So like I said, building the support company, pretty standard stuff I like to do with the Russians. I'm going to get a Maxim immediately out. I want to help defend Fry in the center. We're going to need a MG to cover this. Surprisingly, I mean, the MG's in range, but as you can see, it doesn't have the, I think it's Reapers. It doesn't have the line of sight on it. So he can't hit the conscript. So you should really, I mean, he's got troops here. It looks like they're kind of building their defenses and they really want to defend their fuel. That's a good idea. They are pushing on this side, but conscripts are going to beat these pioneers. Now, I generally I've been debating if I do the Molotov package or not, or the anti-tank. It all depends if they have scout cars or not. Anyway, we kind of miscommunicated here, and I'm building the fuel cache instead of him. I was like, we should build some fuel, and he decided to build there. One of the things about building these caches is don't put them on the front lines. Like, I would never put a cache here. It's too close. Around this area, all these strategic points, that's good. I would not put one here. It's too close to the enemy front lines, and it could get shelled. So they're going with heavy defense. They're building bunkers. They're building a mortar crew. And they got their MG. And I'm flanking them. I want to kind of see what they had. I mean, I know these guys are going to probably get killed. Or a decent number of them are going to get killed. But we're able to outmaneuver the MG. There's another one here. There's a mortar. I'm kind of seeing what they're going for. I'm worried at this point because I know, well, I'm not really worried, but good players on Company Heroes, I do have my MG here, good players on Company Heroes can get out a tank in 10 minutes. And that's having some basic things. The Russians and Germans can do it. The thing that's annoying about the MG though is that I can't like choose what target to pick, because sometimes it will they do by proximity, so they'll shoot whatever's closest to them. So I'm pretty sure right now we finally started aiming targets on those guys. Anyway, they're doing a good job here with their mortar coordinating with their MG. Once again, choke point map. Choke point map. Mortars, MGs, very good on this map. I need to reinforce these guys to get the back in the fight, but I'm maneuvering my other MG here. Fry's getting out his 82mm mortar. I'm telling you, the Russians' mortars are very overpowered. Once again, I explained the difference between pin and suppression. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try to maneuver my guys around and flank the MG. But when they're pinned like this, and they're mortared, they're getting pinned by the MG and getting mortared. It's just good for them to get out of there. They started focusing on me, so he should really get his guys back, which he'll probably do. I hope. Now my guys got pinned. This is kind of funny how the mortars and the MGs can pin each other. Like they're pinned and I'm pinned. So I was able to maneuver my guys around, trying to go after this mortar. I do think I don't have the Molotov cocktail yet. I'm pretty much trying to just cause disruption to get this MG to pull back. And somehow my MG's kind of started winning this fight here, and he's going to pull back. But I got to pull back my guys. As you can see, about 6 minutes in, you're going to build a mechanized. I'm building an armored mechanized company. I think the SU are pretty much better than the T-3476s and some of the various other things you get here. And see, I'm using terror tactics, shock frontline tactics, shock rifle frontline tactics, and conscript support tactics. And I went with the shock. I went with the IS-2 here. The terror, you know, we got the flamethrower tank. There's a new one that came out for, I think, the collectors only, and that was T-3485s and ISUs. So I've got my mortar up. Let's turn off the fog of war here. I can see they have their mortar, and I can see all these guys because I ran my guys up. So I'm just like, you know, they're trying to build another bunker, and the great way to like counter this bunker strategy is get some mortars. As you can see, I just took out their bunker and their mortar. So now their mortar's screwed. The Germans have an 8cm mortar, right? 8 centimeters. If you look at the Russian mortars, it's 82mm. So I think an 82mm is better than a 8cm. I guess it's actually slightly bigger then, because I think it's like 10mm per centimeter. So I guess they're about the same then. I don't know, their cruisers seem weak, but you can see how they're setting up their troops like all right near each other. When there's mortars, do not set up your troops this heavy. Also, you can see about 8 minutes in, I'm feeling pretty secure, so I'm immediately getting the Su-85 just in case they have anything, because I haven't seen a whole lot from them. And once again, the fog of war is not helping them. Also, when they're firing their mortar, you can kind of see them through the fog of war. So I'm just going to kind of run up my guys to here to give them some cover. I do have my other Maxim covering this area, so we do have a crossfire kind of in this front area. As you can see, Fry's kind of shifted. There's no threats up here, so I've shifted to the middle, and Fry's kind of shifting to the left. As you can see, he is kind of harassing their victory point there. So when the Su-85 comes out, and if I do the focus fire or focus sight, look at that awesome camo, by the way. I love it. So when I do that focus sight, it can take out a bunker in like 2 hits. So their whole bunker strategy, they're going 2 heavy tier 1 right now. And it seems like they're really content on the just like this heavy infantry presence. So now they're on tier 2. You know, they have a light mechanized company. This guy's actually skipped all the way to support, so he's skipped that. Anyway, my mortar's doing a lot of work. When they get veteran, they can do precision strike, and that literally it puts a really small circle of where the barrage is going to go. So I'm calling a barrage right here where all his support units are. And the mortar should land any second. And look at that, we just wiped out 4 guys, their mortar crew. and their MG crew is practically dead. It's kind of interesting. They did get a sniper. They moved their sniper up, but he like shot into the MG, and then it got destroyed by a mortar. Anyway, nothing can stop me here with my SU right now. It's 10 minutes in, so higher up players, you know, they get the tanks within 10 minutes. You got to be ready. So make sure you have some sort of anti-tank guns as the Germans, or get some Panzerfaust with the Panzer Grenadiers. I'm sorry, Panzer Schrecks with the Panzer Grenadiers. They're 120 munition upgrade. The thing is, I'm using this thing like a tank destroyer, not like a tank. I'm not rushing in, trying to crush infantry and stuff, because maneuverability is not the Su-85's strong suit. Anyway, because I don't think they have any tanks, I'm getting an Su-76 to deal with all the heavy infantry. Fry's continuing to harass, so they have no real points, and now we're kind of containing them. And what led them to move their scout car this close to an Su-85 that can take it out within one hit? I think it was going for my MGs. If I can back up my SU and just turn it and completely take out a scout car in one hit. I mean, the SU is good against Panzer IVs. I mean, this little scout car can get destroyed by light army. I don't know why they just left it up here. As you can see, this scout car is getting destroyed. One hit, one kill. So they just lost their scout car. That's more fuel they need. Let's go actually look at Reaper and see how much fuel Reaper has. Reaper has 17 fuel. That's it. He is making a Panzer IV, so they're getting 17 fuel per minute, and we're getting 44. So you can see the fuel caches on the important points here are really helping us. So first of all, you got a Panzer IV, right? You're already outmatched because I have an SU who's also doing the light artillery barrage. I'm just trying to like destroy this area. You know, they have a lot of support crews around here. They got their mortar, they got their MGs. I'm not sure if they recruited their mortar from over here before. We're kind of building defenses. We're ready for a long game. And here comes the Panzer IV. I like the Panzer IV. I think I've done, or kind of talked about, the Panzer IV versus the Su-85. And if the Panzer IVs can outmaneuver them, and you have more of them, you can like go around the Su-85 and force it to turn. But one-on-one, in a battle like this Panzer IV is kind of screwed unless he can get around my flank. But we also have the SU, which can do a decent amount of damage. I didn't upgrade my conscripts at all. I don't even like wasting the field infirmary for my men. It's kind of bad. So I see the Panzer IV boldly step up there. As you can see, we're keeping our distance with our SU. And with the focus that, you know, we have less fog of war. Less fog of war for this SU. But we can see further and hit Panzer IVs from way before they can hit me. So they recruit that mortar again. And see, they do have an anti-tank gun out now, but they really don't have the fuel to sustain anything. So our base, you know, I think Fry is copying me, yeah, with the Mechanized Armor Company. And I got another SU coming out. Pretty much, I want to say the match is heavily in our favor, especially with how much these guys are clumping up. And you see the mortar team, right? And you're just going to aim for there, so don't put your other units around your mortar team. Look, we just killed another unit. Smart he has engineers up here to repair his Panzer IV, but as you can see, Fry has pushed with his own Su-85 with the summer camo, and he's taking their whole left flank, so they're kind of in a pocket here. It's kind of funny, it's called Minsk Pocket, and the Germans are in a pocket here. Just this area around their fuel. Once again, if they did try to build fuel caches, we've kind of taken that away from them because we're pushing them on all sides. They're using a mortar and one grenadier. They might be trying to flank me and come into this compound. But I've got an MG here to cover my munitions. This point has no value to me anyway, and it only leads to their lines. They might be asking why am I not flanking? Because my mortar's done a heck of a lot of work. And also, I think me and Fry, yeah, we're going to attack at the same time. So I'm moving up as Fry is maybe coming to the south, or I'm launching some sort of attack. And I see an anti-tank gun, I'm like, I'm good. This mortar's killed 17 people, and it's just the 82mm, it's not even the 120. I'm just going to back up as the Grenadiers charge. I don't want to get Panzer Fausted. I think I'm trying to get the incendiary barrage with the munitions. But, you know, with the MGs, you know, this point, they're in a lot of trouble right now with just the point in general, because we've got the MGs anti-infantry. Fry's now gone behind their lines and is now, the rear of the Panzers exposed, already taking a lot of things. I'm making a Katushka for fun, just to bombard them. Anyway, these two tanks are going to start moving up, and we are going to go take out the Panzer IV here. This is pretty much all their fuel they have. So as you can see, I think I lost my conscripts. Just by the numbers and how they are able to, like, just put themselves into a pocket here, they're easily able to be outflanked. Also, no fuel. They should have been pushing on the flanks, and they should not have lost this whole side. That was some stuff. And also, the bunker strategy, I'm not sure semi would have paid off, but this guy didn't even, like, tech up to tier 3 to get his heavy. Actually, I think he can build a support armor corps right now, to be honest. I don't know why he's not doing it. It's not that much fuel to build it. Anyway, I'm launching a barrage and just trying to kill those guys. Just trying to kill that anti-tank gun so I can move up. And it got cleared out by my mortar, who came back. And it looks like they're, I'm moving up my MGs, you know, kind of on both sides. And my Su-76 is so good at taking out infantry, especially the light artillery barrage. I'm just trying to get rid of their command bunker. I'm sorry, it's like a reinforcement point. I think it's called a command bunker. And pretty much just killing them because they can reinforce in that command bunker. So now he's coming up, man the anti-tank. I'm not sure how good an idea that was. It was a nice flank with his MG here, because he is actually destroying my, like, MG crew and catching my guys on fire. So I'm just having all my tanks shoot at them. I got my engineers up here, and I'm pulling those guys back. I don't want them to die. So my Katushka's here, and I have not launched the barrage yet, but I can make another SU. But I think it's overkill at this point. So I'm going to show you another battle after this. Not in this video, but I'm going to do another battle in the Minsk Pocket, this time as the Germans, with a little bit different strategy from their side. So I'll be the Germans, and I'll kind of talk about this left side here that I had. Shock troops are also 480, and in my opinion, they're just not worth it. So we're taking their fuel. They're backed up to their base. They've got some mortars, engineers, some grenadiers, some anti-tank guns. And I'm going to bring up the Katusha. So we're capturing this. We're moving up with our tanks. We're going to, now we've taken out their pocket, we're going to start going right to the bottom of the hill. And their base is within range. And my Katusha is firing its rockets in, just in the middle of their compound, just trying to kill German infantrymen. He's now building a support armored corps way too late. 18 minutes in. He was good to these guys. They did fight for a long time. With the amount of grouping of these infantry, by the way, I got another Veteran C3. I'm working on the mortars to get some good units. Fry's doing a frontal attack, and that is when they quit after the Katushka launched this barrage. We had the infantry, we had the light artillery barrage. Like, I saw this, and I was launching my light artillery barrage right on all these guys. So they quit. Good game to our opponents here. They were Ass No Quarter and Reaper. Interesting map. I like the flanking routes. I like the choke points where you can hold them up with MGs. It's a good map. So be sure to try to play the Minsk Pocket if you can, and kind of don't bunch up and put yourself into a pocket on the Minsk Pocket, right? So, Corn 221, hope you enjoyed, and happy 4th of July.